As always, guys, before we get started, I'd like to give you full transparency on how we go about getting products here on the channel for review. This CZ Shadow 2 was sent to us by the team over at GDC. Over there, Scott and Dave for getting this sent out to us. This gun is for us to keep, guys. It was sent to us free of charge, so please keep that in mind. It's for us to use in this video, as well as holster fitment, which you guys will see here in the video. With that out of the way, let's get into first rounds. All right, guys, time for first rounds with the CZ Shadow 2 orange. As you can see, the orange grip. Yeah, first rounds. One thing I'm going to talk about right now that I just don't like. Me and Mark were just talking about it. So it is a double single gun. However, there's no decocker. So at a match, if you're shooting this, I guess if there was a decocker, you still have to do this.
Fully decocked.
Yeah. So I'm going to rack this. I'm going to load it. Now I'm going to grab this hammer, press the stupid trigger as this comes down. Oh, I don't like doing that. Is that all the way decocked?
That is good, yeah. Wait, no, you're half.
So I'd have to sit here
down.
and go, yeah, but now the trigger's going to
So
go.
now you cock it back and then
You got to go like this,
and
then
assist it all the way.
oh, just something feels so wrong about that.
It's a little jarring, but it's like it's tradition. It's old school.
So I would be the guy that's DQ'd at a match for that. I would have to.
Wow.
So I would just shoot this in a single action only. What division is that?
Yeah, limited division.
Yeah, I would shoot this in limited, guys. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yep.
So, but I do want to shoot the first rounds and feel the double action. So here we go. It's not terrible, but I don't like it. Single action. Oh yeah, all day long. Tracking up and slightly right for me, but we are going to run this without a weapon light, guys. I typically run lights on all my guns, but if I was going to shoot this at a match, I mean, being USPSA here in the States, I'd still probably put a light on it for me. But I'm going to shoot it how most people would shoot at a match, and then this would be hammer down, safety, and boom. All right, let's go take a look at the hits. I think I kept them all alpha, even with a little bit of pulling right. But yeah, it tracks well. I like the weight. It's even without having a light or something to rest my thumb on, I'm getting very little movement, which is good. Have you ever ran this in matches?
Yeah, usually when I'm out of country. I haven't bought one here in the States, but my friends all use them, and that's what the gun I borrow most of the time.
All right, so Marco should be really familiar, and he should be getting just one little hole right here.
So Shadow 2, I'm very familiar with these guns. Usually the gun I borrow the most out of country. I probably got to buy one here, but we consider them hipster guns in the U.S., so that's the fully decock for most matches.
Still, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a little jarring in the beginning for new shooters, but you get the advantage of using a Shadow 2. This gun is probably, in my opinion, the best carry optics gun in the world. So doubles nice and clean. Yep, it's like a Shadow 2.
Got a couple out, but you shot
Yeah, a couple
faster
out.
than I did.
Those doubles. I used to shoot in striker fires most of the time these days. That gun shoots like a Shadow 2. It's highly recommended for carry optics if you're getting into it. You just got to get used to decocking that hammer. There's a couple of methods to do it, but the pinch is usually my favorite. Pinch the whole hammer, make sure you're in control, fall all the way down. So
It's just crazy to me with like how much how much crazy safety goes into like
the
shooting
matches,
matches.
and
That's the way they have you. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna do this.
the only gun that really does a full decock is a Beretta, but they still want you to fully decock.
How many times have you seen somebody like slip
in my
and
career,
then ND?
twice in my entire career. At a major match.
Matches?
One at a major match, one at a local.
Man,
and I'm
that's
like,
terrible.
oh, that's a DQ. The other method's to roll it, so I'll put my thumb there, roll it. I don't really like it. Look at this.
Nope.
It's not as
Nope,
consistent.
I
I
don't
like the
that.
pinch.
I like
the pinch. Do the pinch.
I like
pinch.
just staying in limited optic.
Yeah, limited optics means hammer back, safety on, which is fine.
All right, let's see how it grips.
Hilarious.
You guys know the drill. 25 yards out. Phone is recording downrange so you guys can see the hits as they happen. And let's see how the CZ Shadow 2 groups at 25. Ready, Marco?
Yep.
All right, let's go take a look. Down here, the target, 25 yards, guys. Typical Roger fashion. There's my first shot flyer. This would be the group, but with my flyer, we are center to center, 2.5 inches. Without the flyer, we are center to center, 1 inch. So with these 4 rounds being so close together, clearly the group can do a 1 inch group at 25 yards, dependent if you have the skills as a shooter. Clearly my first round. That's pretty common for me. My first round, for some reason, I'm always just, and it's weird too, like typically being a right-handed shooter, you think I'd go this way, but I think I'm pushing too much down on the mag and the grip with it being in that stand. But I'm happy with this. The fact that it's doing this lets me know the gun is accurate. So as should be expected with, this being one of the most popular gun for competition,
for
right?
USPSA and IPSC.
Because I remember when this came out, there's a blue one too, right?
Yeah, the standard is a blue.
So I like the orange. We did it up nice with the multicam Tropic and orange Kydex to match it. So, but yeah, very happy with that group right there. Don't worry about that guy though. Just ignore that guy.
Never happened.
All right, guys, time for my favorite drill, the bill drill. And we're gonna do this a couple different ways. First way that we're gonna do it is with the first shot being double action. So I'm gonna load, make ready, pinch this hammer while I hold the trigger, which I don't like doing. Very scary. And then the first shot will be double action. Here we go. Woo, that is very hard to get used to.
Yeah.
258. Best split was an 18. That first shot was a 133. Then it took me 0.36. So I am noticing, because that first shot being double action, you're waiting. Like, I'm expecting the reset to go all the way back out where it was, and it's not. And I'm at reset, and I'm like, oh, hey, I can shoot again. But it is crazy. That's all happening in 0.36 of a second. But accuracy was there. I got 5 Alpha, 1 Charlie. But a 258 bill drill is kind of eh.
Yeah. Just a trigger system. Get used to it.
We'll try it a couple more times, and then I'm going to go single action only. All right, round 2. Still. 235, so it's better than a 258. Still got 18 splits. Yeah, I'm not liking that double single, so I'm gonna switch divisions. I'm gonna go to
limited division.
Limited
You're
division
a
now.
action guy.
I'm gonna go to limited division now and see what my bill drills are looking like. All right, this will be a limited optics bill drill now. Stand by. More better. 2 seconds flat. Best split was a 14. First shot was a 115. And yeah, 2 seconds flat. Looks like 1, 2, 3 Charlie, 3 Alpha. Let's go again. There we go. 203, 16 splits, but all clean. That's a line breaker for sure. So 203 clean. Let's see if I can get under 2 clean. Oh, please let that be a line breaker. 197. I got consistent 16 splits. And Mark will have to be the judge. I don't think it is. Dang it.
Ah, it might have been. Yeah, it's a little too high,
Yeah.
probably.
So 1 Charlie, 5 Alpha for a 197, but 16 splits consistently. Now there's one more method I want to try. Now, for those of you like me who run a weapon light on all of their guns, we have you covered. Shadow 2, Surefire X300. Boom. Shadow 2 holster with a Surefire X300. For those of you not aware, we own a company called QVO Tactical here in Las Vegas. We manufacture holsters. We have been for the last 12 years, so we appreciate the continued support. But if you're looking for a holster for your Shadow 2 with or without a weapon light, we have you covered. This is our OWB, the on-the-waistband model. It is called the secondary, and you can have it equipped with Safariland QLS forks so they can slide into your hangers just like that, and that's how we do it on the range. But yeah, I also have my Surefire X300 thumb clip installed. We make this product as well, and it gives me a nice reference point for my support thumb. So I'm going to do a build drill now here. I got down to a 197, but we're going to try single action only, safety on with my thumb clip, and see how we are doing. Ready? Stand by. Whew. So I was talking to Marco. It definitely points up for me like a Glock, and I have to remember to throw my wrist forward. So that took me, I got a 208, but that first shot took way too long. It was a 126, but I did get a 14 split in there. However, I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Charlies, 1 Alpha. So I did even worse. Let's go for a second run, see if I can clean that up. .219, 16 splits. So man, I was fast. Looks like I was faster without. the light, which is crazy to me because it feels so much more natural pointing. 16 splits and a 219, but looks like I got 2 Charlie, 4 Alpha. That felt really good. I will say this, that the thumb safety, I wish it was a little further back. Like it's so far forward, I kind of miss it sometimes. Or coming back up, I'm having to like bring up my support hand and do it. 204, best split was a 15, and 2 Charlie, 4 Alpha again. That's crazy. All right, I want to do this. I'm going to pop off the light, and I'm going to go back to single action, no light, and see how I do. So back to single action only, no light, and the time was only, I think, at a 203, 204, and then I think it was a 197 was the best I got with no light.
Yep.
So that's what, is it 600ths of a second, 700ths? But let's see if I can get even faster with the no light. I'm curious. It's interesting. Here we go. .196. So yeah, I am a little bit faster without the light. 13 splits, and I got 5 Alpha, 1 Charlie. So I'm seeing just in, like, we're talking, I only did what, 2 or 3 runs with the weapon light, but little, very short science experiment. I am shooting faster and more accurate without the weapon light, which is interesting. But I will say, platform's definitely new for me. Coming up presenting, I notice I'm having to rotate my wrist forward or point with my support thumb to get the dot to line up for me. So it has the grip angle of a Glock to me.
Yeah.
But
Cut it pretty aggressive on these guns, like up
it still tracks.
It's good. Mainly
So.
because the slide is built into the frame. That's why there's less recoil. It cycles very well. The machining from their factory is excellent.
Yeah, the thing feels stupid solid. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Like
the tolerances are
they don't
insane.
fit those
Like,
studs.
it's tight.
That's out of the box like that, yeah.
So, all right, let's have you do your doubles drill and show people what this thing can do.
So we're gonna do the doubles drill with the Shadow 2, and we're gonna isolate it just to single action only, just for you guys. So,
Stand by.
Yep.
Got 15, 16, and 18.
So vertical tracking. Shadow 2 does what Shadow 2 does. So easy to track the gun. Haven't shot a double action in a while. It's kind of throwing me off in a little bit, but it's easy to do. So I will say the double action is not for everybody though. That's the downside to most of these guns. So you don't see many American shooters using these till way later when they're better shooters, because most people don't understand that double action is single. So it's easier to get into a striker fire gun in my opinion for most people. But the benefits of this gun: extremely low recoil, nice triggers, especially when you send them to CZ Custom. They do a phenomenal job. Changes the gun completely with the trigger job they do. But awesome
So
gun.
for people who don't shoot
Yep.
competition and have no idea what you're
Yeah.
saying, explain this like we're kindergarten.
Basically, I'm going to see what the dot does after shot 1 and 2. It's basically it's tracking
where's
this
shot
way.
1?
So shot 1, where the first one was about here,
Okay.
and then tracked it back down here, and then started tightening them up here.
So you're shooting
1, 2,
past the
1,
first
2.
shot.
A little bit, yeah.
Gotcha.
Just need with messing with the timing a little bit.
Okay.
So, but it does track. So
Yeah, you want as close to just straight vertical as you can get. Like
Ideally.
the closer a
the
gun
closer
is,
vertical, the better, because now you don't have to play left or right, and you're doing less work with the gun. The more work the gun does, and the less work you do, the better. Because all you want to worry about at a match is just shoot the stage, do your stage plan, let the gun do what it does, and do your part. But great gun. Hey guys, Marco here with the trigger breakdown. Let's load and make ready like we would at a match. Stick the mag in, rack it. I'm going to pinch the hammer in a controlled fashion, let it follow all the way down, nice and easy. And that is ready to go. Now let's find the double action. So let's go from there. Double is nice and smooth, like most Shadow 2s as always. Brakes start about 9 or 10 pounds as usual. The single actions are really where these guns are at. So there's a reset nice and quick. Wall is very short. Take up is extremely smooth. Brakes very easy. Reset, brake, reset, brake. Very easy to shoot these guns. This is why this is the gun. This gun is the most dominant for carry optics still worldwide.
Time for final thoughts now, guys, and we're about 250 rounds into this. We were talking off camera. There's a couple local matches coming up, so Mark was actually going to take this with him and get us a really cool second video where him on a POV camera, along with somebody recording him third person, we can see how he runs this gun at full speed at a local match. So I appreciate you doing that.
Yep.
But you've also shot a lot of these. You know guys that, I mean, you're saying some of the top shooters shoot these, so
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Shadow 2 from CZ.
Like, this gun has a high success pedigree already. Like, it's proven. It's been in the circuit for years. If you're really getting serious for carry optics, this is really the gun to have, in my opinion. You just got to get used to the double action. Low recoil because the slide's built in the frame. That's why there's very minimal recoil in this gun. The optic ready, it sits low. It's nice, so low bore axis. Trigger's nice in the single action mode. You do have to get used to the double action, like decocking it. That's the downside for carry optics. I know he hates this thing.
I wouldn't even call that decocking it.
Yeah.
I would call that just dropping the hammer and getting lucky.
You get used to it. But it is kind of jarring. Don't be afraid, though. Just practice it at home.
I feel like we should create some type of tool. I mean, it touches, though, right?
It has to touch.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's...
There's not much you can do there.
I'm not a fan of that, guys. I'm sure
Yeah.
people have been doing it for years, but at the same time, we were talking to Landon, he said he's been at matches where people have ND'd because it slips. You said it happened to a guy at a major match, which that sucks.
Yeah, I've
but,
seen it twice in my career happen.
you know, obviously, it's the norm with... This gun is everywhere in the competition world, and that's the thing. But I don't like it.
Yeah,
I would probably just shoot at limited optics. I'd get a bigger safety for my thumb. But yeah, I agree. Like the fit and function on this thing for being a factory gun, because this is, you said it's not hand fit.
Factory.
Yeah, that's crazy. So accuracy was solid, minus my flyer. I will say I didn't know that you needed an optics plate for it, and people saw in our video. This is actually an optics plate that we used to manufacture for the CZ P10C when it first came out. CZ didn't have a good offering of plates when it hit the U.S. market, so we actually started making some. We don't offer the plates anymore, guys, unfortunately, sorry. But the plating, I noticed it was the same exact footprint in regards to the mounting on the bottom of it. So it doesn't mount up as cleanly to the shape as the Shadow 2, as I'm sure the other one would, but it worked great, and it held zero, and it got us good group. Like Marco said, I don't like the double single. Well, did we ever look, what was the poundage for the double
It's about
action?
like 10 pounds. Factory for double, and then single, they go to about 3 pounds.
Yeah, single feels great. And I will say this, like, the grip angle was surprising to me. I just adjusted to like shooting for a Glock, and I was able to just run it no problem. I do like the texturing, the back strap here on the palm. It feels really good in the hand. The grips feel really good in the hand. I like the aesthetic of it. $2,400 bucks.
A little high, in my opinion.
I wish for $2,400 it came with an optic plate. So that's all. I mean, to me, it's like I want a gun at that price point out of the box. I can go and run it.
Yeah.
I know you can go run it with the sight that came with it, but I want, if it's optics cut, I want an optic on it.
Yeah.
So I would really like to not have to go buy a plate for that price point. I wish it just came with it. Yeah, I mean, I get why everybody likes them. The aesthetic, how they shoot. I don't like double single. That's just me. I want a consistent trigger press every single time. I do like that they make it in this offering where it's single action only.
Yeah.
Because if it did have a decocker, you couldn't run it in limited, could you?
You could not, no. Because you have to have safety on, essentially, when it's cocked and locked. Yeah.
But because if you, well, so if it was double single but it had a decocker, could you still run it in limited, locked, and cocked?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do a lot of times people hit that safety when it's the same as a decocker, end up decocking it?
Yeah.
I think that's what happened to me. I would hit it too hard, and end up having to shoot my first shot in double action. Yeah. You were also saying, though, the model that does have the decocker, you still have to do this shit.
Yeah, because it has
the decocker only does half cock?
Full decock.
Gotcha.
So that's why we usually recommend, if you're going to get single action only, you're shooting limited optics.
Gotcha.
So single action only. And then
so we do have the Carry 2 model we're going to be reviewing here soon. With the decocker, so is the half, when you decock it and it goes half cocked, is the trigger press only like a half a double?
Just slightly better.
Gotcha.
Slightly better.
So that's probably how I'd carry it then, because you would load it.
That's what
boom.
that's designed for. More components, though, in the decocker unit means you're going to get a harder trigger pull initially compared to one without it. So that's why they, in the competition gun, they put it with the safety model, so it's just less parts in there. But
for you USPSA shooters, let us know down below, is this a gun that you've shot? Is this the gun you're running? I remember that day that Landon had a guy come into the shop in Ventura with that smoking deal, and he bought the blue one. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a smoking deal on that. But I think he sent, or I think it was already sent out to Cajun and had a bunch of stuff done to it.
That's what I would do. I'd get the standard blue one and send out the CZ customer Cajun, personally. The orange is a little high for what you're getting, in my opinion. They do a factory trigger job with this, but it's not. It's slightly better than the blue, not as good. I'd rather send it out.
Gotcha.
And it changes the gun completely at that point. Like, that is a whole new gun.
Too?
Yeah, the double action's like almost.
Because I've felt other ones that are super smooth double action.
Yeah, it is significant.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
So, but let us know what you guys think. I had fun shooting it. It was cool to shoot something that I don't traditionally shoot, and I did find it interesting with the bill drills how it was pretty much similar, like almost a little better without the light for me with this.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. Like, because I like having, a placement for my sport thumb because I run it super high, and that's why I like running, my light or my thumb cliff. But without it, I was still shooting faster. So I'm sure it's just particularly this gun though, because I'm not taking my lights off my 2011s.
Yeah, the gun is made to be extremely balanced, so it fits in the hand very well and balances well. So it is what it is with these things. They're hipster guns in the U.S. is what we call these things.
Cool. Well, Marco, I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
Scott, Dave, thank you for sending this out to us, guys. The team over at gdcguns.com. Like I said before, guys, you know, I've shopped on their website plenty of times throughout the years. They've been in business since 2011, and the largest selection you're probably going to find on the internet because of how well they are connected to all the brick and mortar stores. So huge shout out to those guys. I've hung out with Scott a couple times at different events, and appreciate the support, guys. SuperVel, stuff ran great as always. Appreciate you. Congrats on the launch of the new facility. And thank you to everybody out there watching. Appreciate all the people that take the time to watch our videos and you know, take the time to comment and engage with us. So if you guys need a holster, hit us up, qvotactical.com. If you need a sun hoodie for the Vegas heat or wherever you are in the summertime and you want something that fully covers you up so you don't get burned, we also have these. They're only $35 on our website. So thank you. That's our shameless plug. Appreciate you watching. As always, guys, we'll see you in the next one.